Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily Dvar. And here's a brand new halacha for you. And it's for Monday, the 5th day of September. Here we go. Today, we're going to remind you that shofar is blown every single day of this entire month. I think you already knew that, but here's what we're going to add today, and that is that shofar will not be blown on the day before Rosh Hashanah. The reason for that is because we want to make a very large distinction. The shofar blowing that's being done throughout the month of Elul is a custom, and it's customary because it reminds us to do teshuvah. Generally, the sound of a shofar has an awakening kind of feeling to it, and it arouses us from our basic way that we've been doing things every day throughout the entire year, awakens us to the thoughts of teshuvah, of repentance, and that's why we blow the shofar every day during Elul. On Rosh Hashanah, we blow it because it's a command from God. God tells us that Yom Teruah Yeh Alachem, Rosh Hashanah should be a day biblically commanded to be a day of shofar blowing. That's very different than the shofar custom that we've been doing throughout the month of Elul. That's the reason that we don't blow shofar on Erev Rosh Hashanah, to make a distinction, so that people will realize we're stopping. That was custom, and we were doing a customary shofar blowing throughout the month of Elul, and then we ramp up to the biblical command of blowing shofar on the day of Rosh Hashanah. On Rosh Hashanah, the shofar blow, well, there are many, many symbols in it, but one of them is that Avraham, following the command of God, showed willingness to sacrifice his son Yitzchak, and then God stopped him at the last minute and said, it was just a test, Avraham, and you don't have to do it. Avraham said, but I still want to bring a sacrifice, and he looked over and a ram was caught by its horns in the brush, and Avraham took that ram and sacrificed that ram instead. So that horn, the ram's horn, is a reminder to us of the great, great willingness of Avraham to do God's will. We want that willingness kind of remembered on the day of Rosh Hashanah, so that even if we, God forbid, don't merit our own redemption, our own repentance being accepted by God because perhaps we're not good enough, but we are still the children of Abraham, and we beseech God to remember the great, great Akedah, the great, great shofar blast, that ram, in other words, which showed the willingness of Abraham to do God's will. That's one of the reasons, perhaps, that God wanted us to blow the shofar on Rosh Hashanah. Lastly, just want to remind you that during this month of Elul, it is a good idea, if your tefillin haven't been checked in a while, or if your mezuzahs haven't been checked in a while, Elul is a fantastic month to take care of things like that. They don't need to be checked every year, but every couple of years it is a good idea to check your tefillin and mezuzahs in the month of Elul. Thanks for logging on. Log on again tomorrow for more. Bye-bye.